Hey guys, what's going on guys? It's Eric here. Welcome back to another video on Rainbow Six Siege. And I want to discuss, today's a good day for me. As you guys can see, I reached gold 3. Woohoo! Fun for me. Um, Overall, I want to make this video kind of just like, because I really don't have anyone else to like, who really gets the gold 3 feeling other than maybe some of you guys. But today I'm gonna be kind of like talking about my experience with ranked, why this season is absolute garbage. I did a video before on it that has 0 views, so if you guys haven't watched it and you're watching this, go check that out because I discussed a lot of things. But I want to discuss just overall my kind of like journey and to help you guys kind of just have that have these kind of things in the top of your in the back of the head what you're doing. So as you guys can see, I am now gold 3. As you guys can see, last match I won. I actually got gold 3 just recently. So yeah, that was the final thing. I wish they added like a history thing here, but now I'm back on my gold thing. As you guys can see, now this is going to be my almost third in a row. We're going to ignore the Neon Dawn because that was the season where I played the that was the season of where I played not until the end of the season, which that's why I have that such low rank, because everyone has ranks, everyone's trying to get up. But I wanted to discuss just some overall things when it comes to ranked, solo queue ranked specifically, and on console. And actually, it's not even just specifically solo queue. It's just playing ranked on console this season. So I don't know how much longer this season has, but I want to tell you guys because I want everyone to succeed. No matter if you're if you're a gold and you're in silver, I feel bad for you. I feel you. I was in there, okay? And then but like if you're like a platinum, like let's say you got like platinum in like Shadow Legacy, and like this is your Smurf. What the fuck? I'm sorry, but like why? Why do people Smurf this game? But aside from that, let me start out with saying that this is kind of, so I'm gonna kind of like go through some things that you need to keep on in the back of your mind when you're playing console solo queue, or if you're just playing ranked in general. So first thing, this season, what you have to keep in the back of your head is this is one of the things that a lot of solo players, including me, have had in the back of their mind. Ranked is just a thing. It doesn't dictate yourself as a player, and it does like don't care about your rank. Take a second if you're an R6 player, and just like imagine like if I didn't have that gold 3. Imagine if I didn't have a silver rank. Imagine if like a platinum player doesn't have their badge. What if a diamond player doesn't have their badge? Ranked is just a combination of your wins and your losses. And I'm pretty certain that your KD does not matter. I'm pretty certain that like your KD does nothing during a rank to affect your MMR change. So, why am I saying to not care about your rank? You might be thinking, well, this is kind of weird. Why are you not telling us to care about our rank? This is for me to get better. The first step to becoming better is not caring about your rank. Now, let me tell you this. During my time, like you guys saw my badges when, like in the Jackal video, in all those different videos beforehand. You guys saw my badge of having a silver badge. And I will tell you that playing ranked is 50% your mentality and 50% your physical. Your physical like capability, what I'm trying to say is like it's only there's yourself with playing Rainbow Six Siege. mentally. You have to have the right mental set to play Rainbow Six Siege in a competitive setting, and you have to be good with a controller. Now does that now like does that mean that you should like how do I say it? Like not everyone's perfect, okay? I have a hard time with thinking sometimes mental, but sometimes I'm able to do it or like you guys get how I'm trying to say it. But like that's one of the biggest things. You have to have that in the back of your mind is that pretend you or don't pretend. Know that your rank is not based on who you are as a player. I think that's one of the biggest things with Rainbow Six Siege is to not be focused on how you are as a player. So, this leads me to my next thing to help you guys. And this is very weird. Just go with me with this. Use a booster. Now you might be wondering, well, that's out of context. You're saying a booster, but you didn't say renown booster. And I mean renown booster, okay? I'm not saying you have to, if you get 5 people to boost you up to freaking platinum or something. No, I'm saying renown booster. Now you might be wondering, well, that's for renown. Why will I need renown when I'm playing ranked? But here's the thing with it. For some reason, there's something going on right now of where the renown booster helps you get somewhat decent teammates. Sounds crazy, I know, but I don't know. It worked for me a couple times. Getting up to like Silver 3, Silver 2, Silver 1. Now, you might think I'm crazy with saying this, but don't knock it till you try it. Don't judge it until you actually try it, because there is some sides to it. Believe it or not. I don't know if it's something with like the code of how like the system is like, oh, you have a renown booster so you get more teammates or something. But I don't know. That is just my thing that I think that some of you guys who are stuck kind of like with ranked and you're usually a good player could try. Going on to number 3 is playing operators that are prevalent. And what I mean by prevalent is playing operators who are very high, who are very popular, who are very strong in their own rights. This spans or like some like blah, 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 blah. Sorry guys, I'm all over the place today. My bad. But like playing operators that are most prevalent. For instance, start to like if you're solo queuing, you can pretty much do this, but in a smaller scale. I will say solo queue operators and I think team-based operators, like after this a little bit. But examples of operators that you can play in ranked would be like a Thermite, an IQ, a Habana, Zove, Dokkaebi, Lion, Fanka, Maverick, Nomad, Gridlock, Yana, Ace, Zero and Flores, and even Amaru if you know how to play Amaru well. And on defense, you play operators such as like Mute. Mute is a good overall operator to pick. If you don't know who to play, pick him. Set up your signal disruptors around the objective to cancel out all drones. High traffic areas, especially on Oregon, if you're going above or below, same thing. Just use your mute. Just play mute. Castle is another strong one that you can use to play ranked with, especially on coastline. That is one thing that I use Castle for in ranked. Doc is a excellent pick for any of you guys who don't have. If you guys see that you guys don't have a Doc on defense, go Doc, especially in the high silver, low gold range. You need that Doc. Rook is not a bad choice either. Same thing with Doc. Like if you don't see that your team has someone like that, pick one or the other. Specifically, pick Doc. If you guys don't have a Doc or a Rook, pick Doc. If you guys have a Doc and you don't know who to go, pick Rook. Capcan is also another one. Jaeger, Bandit, Valkyrie, Mirror. I wouldn't say Mira, but Legion, Ella, Mozzie, Wamai, Lucy, and Aruni. These are all operators that you play, or that that I kind of played with in a ranked setting. So, with that being said, I'm gonna kind of like divide. I'm gonna divide these. I'm gonna divide you guys who are watching this video right now. So if you're solo queue, I'm gonna say operators, and then after that, I'll say team operators. Kind of. That, if that makes sense. Like, so for solo queue, the best operators that I've seen probably are Dokkaebi, Maverick, Nomad, Gridlock, Ace, and Amaru. Those are the operators that I would recommend. I'll say them one more time. Dokkaebi, Maverick, Nomad, Gridlock, Ace, Amaru. These are all operators that I recommend. But you have to use them in great. You have to use them. You have to use them in a competitive setting. So, for instance, with Dokkaebi, instead of spam calling the defenders at the beginning of the match, use your know when your teammates enter the building, and then use your logic bomb. Like every single time your team goes into a different area, call a logic bomb. Like if you hear gunfire, logic bomb. As a solo queue, your teammates will appreciate that. Maverick can be used in a handful of ways. Maverick can go off on his own, open up a couple holes in a lesser known reinforced wall. He can work with his team to secure a room. He can be a support. All good things with Maverick for a solo queue or for your teammates. Nomad is a great solo queue operator, especially for all of you guys who are playing team-based. All of these operators that I'm kind of saying are around a team-based environment. Nomad is really good to fit that support role. Nomad can as Nomad, you can deploy her air jabs to watch flanks, and if you hear them go off, you can cover for your team, or you can use them aggressively and shoot them at for instance a Mira that has the side of her wall blown out, and you can shoot it and she goes flying. You get what I'm trying to say. And then kind of on the same page, Gridlock is another operator that's surprisingly good for kind of solo and team-based people or players in ranked. Gridlock is able to have her track stingers that block off high traffic areas and the defenders have to either find a way to work around it or shoot them or throw an impact at them. Overall, a great operator to do. Not only that, but she has freaking probably the most underrated kit ever. She has the F90, which has a high fire rate, and she has 38 damage with a 3-round mag. She has the Saw LMG. She has the freaking super short shotgun that she can use to open up a barricade and then switch back to her primary. She has the Gon 6 that personally I wouldn't use, but she has the Gon 6. And she has smokes. What more do you want from Gridlock? What I'm trying to say is Gridlock is one of the best the best operators that I've seen to play with when solo queuing with a group of randoms. And then Ace is very, very good for kind of solo queue players. For me, I actually trained with him a lot during my T-Hunt warm-ups before a ranked game. I warmed up with Ace, and I learned to practice with his gun, the AK-12. Now, usually I don't play a lot of Fuse, but with Ace, his weapon is kind of has a different recoil pattern to the point of where it doesn't even feel like I'm playing with Fuse's gun. It feels like I'm playing with an Ace, you get what I'm trying to say. It doesn't feel like I'm playing with a reused gun. It feels like I'm playing with a new gun. And on top of that, Ace got changed smokes to claymores. So now you're essentially playing like Thermite. You're just playing from a different point of view. And then the next thing is Amaru. Amaru is how do I say this? Amaru can be played in a number of ways, but there's one way that you can. There's some spots on different maps that you can play Amaru with great ease. For instance, Oregon. I'm actually not trying to span this video like to be like 45 minutes or something. I want to show you guys something on Oregon. Let me just turn on Oregon. There we go. So let's hop into a T-Hunt and let me show you guys what I mean. So there is really one, so I pick Amaru a lot on Oregon, especially in the lower ranks, because a lot of people don't expect to play for someone to do this with Amaru. So I choose Amaru. I have her LAA1. I usually use her SMG 11, and I have her hard breach, or sometimes I use stun grenades if I'm just if I know that they like if I know that they don't have like a Jaeger, or if they just don't do it. But you don't half the time I bring a hard breach, because I will tell you guys why. So pretend like we're in a drone phase right now. So I throw my so your drone usually spawns down here. You come back. So usually I come up here. If I hear them below, I go down below. I scan them. I come back up here. I use my drone. I come up here and I just wait here. And usually right here, if they don't have that, if they have, let's say they have it reinforced, I will like note to myself, okay, they have that reinforced, but will they like deny it? And usually like I'll come back down here and I'll check my drone again, and I will tell, okay, for instance, this wall right here, let's pretend it's reinforced, and let's pretend that there's nothing on it. Let's say I put my drone over here. I hear nothing. There's nothing that really indicates that, you know, that it's that it will not. How do I say it? Like, essentially, there is nothing that will limit my ability to enter that wall. So this is especially, I use this trick a lot when they're defending the dorms over there. So usually I will hop onto here, wait to see if anyone will come back up because they think I dropped down, do whatever I need there, and then I will do this. That, and then I will climb back up to here. Drone out. Prey axe clear in this instance. So I will do the same trick again. And slowly but surely push in like I'm an Ash, for instance. And like you can use Amaru for a lot of things, especially on Oregon. Like for instance, if you open this, for instance, and you decide I'm going to get pinched here, that's completely fine. In this instance, you can just do this. Hello? There we go. For instance, I kind of do this trick. Will this down me? No, it won't. Like, I will come up here and I will shoot down this barricade to help my team over here. So, like, like, if I have a teammate, like, let's say that, like, the breach fails, then I come over here and I start shooting over here, and I actually lay down so I have a better view into over here. Like, as you can see, an enemy can just do this. That's why I like to be careful. And then I barely use it though, you can actually rappel through this window and get some kills. But it's a bit hard considering that they can kind of hear the glass break if there's a mirror there. Wait, did they make it over here? Guess not. Okay. But yeah, like, you can use Amaro for a lot of things. Like, especially on Oregon. So that's why I recommend, if you're someone... Hang on. There we go. Like, it's just one of those things of how Amaru can be used well in their good hands. So I recommend just practicing with her, because speaking of which, I actually used Amaru in my last ranked game that I got my gold with. And I can tell you that her gun it should not be messed with. Like, it is pretty good. Like, I think it's one of the most, like, not overpowered, but it feels underrated by a lot of players. They look at an LMG, and they think, oh, it's an LMG, it's not going to be any good. But that's not the case. Whatever. But you guys get the idea. But, like, you guys got the idea that, like, for ranked, you can pretty much just use Amaru in a good fashion. If you are a player who, let's say you're stuck, you can use Amaru in a really good way to essentially help your team. And I think that's one of those biggest things that a lot of people underestimate with him. So I think another thing I need us to talk about with ranked is that you're not going to win every game. And I think that's one thing that a lot of players somewhat don't really, like, acknowledge a lot, is that you're not going to win every single match. You're not going to win every single match. You're not going to, you're not going to win every single match. You're not going to lose every single match. Some matches go horribly. Some matches go flawlessly. You can't really just win. There has to be a loss eventually. And, like, if we look at my rank right now, I lost 44 times. And I won 51 times. However, that number of wins was very close to the number of losses that I had. Because you have to have that mentality that sometimes you will not win or lose. Or you will not win, you'll not lose. And I think that's just a part of being a above average player, is that you have to remember that you're not going to win every round. You're not going to lose every round. You're not going to win every match. You're not going to lose every match either. That's what I'm trying to get at, is that you have to have that in the back of your mind. Is that you can't win every match. It's just the fact of the matter, is that you're always going to find people who are similar to you. You're going to find people who do better than you. You're going to find people who do worse than you. Either way that you look at it, you're not going to win every match, and you're not going to lose every match. So that's another thing I want to talk about. And I think second to the last thing I want to talk about is just overall how to combat all the DDoSers and a lot of the hackers and stuff this season. Especially, this is specific for console, but recently there's been a lot more DDoSing and disconnecting, a lot of all that stuff. First step, don't worry about them. Don't worry about that ranked match. Worry about getting your Xbox or your PS4, PS5, Xbox One X back up online. And I think that's one of the biggest things with just playing a competitive match and and being DOSed. Worry about yourself first. And I think the next thing is that there's not really much to combat it. Like, try your best to get in there before the match ends so then you don't get the penalty. And win or lose, it doesn't really matter because, you know, it's just one of those things that you can't really do. And I think the last thing I want to talk about is just overall, if you're solo queuing or you're rank queuing, or you're no solo queuing or you're squad queuing, have a positive outlook. Have a positive to neutral outlook. If you tell yourself that you're going to do bad in Rainbow Six Siege, let's say you tell yourself 1,000 times that you're going to become bronze, you're going to get bronzed, or you're going to be bronze. If someone says to themselves, I'm going to be platinum, I'm going to reach gold 2, I'm going to reach diamond, I am going to reach plat 1, then they will reach the plat 1. But, like, it's just the whole thing of mentality. If you don't have the right mentality for ranked, you're not going to be in a good state to play ranked. Overall, it's about mentality. If you think you're going to be terrible, you're going to be terrible. If you're like, if you say to yourself, I'm doing terrible, you're going to be continuously like playing garbage. You're going to be terrible during that entire round then, or that entire match, I should say. But like, if you tell yourself, okay, I got this, I just need to I need to re-strategize, I need to drone out more, I need to do all this stuff, I know I got this, you will probably be surprised with your performance. It's all with having that mentality, because you might be the best, you might have the best elite controller, you might have a ton of switched buttons that help you get to, like, say, platinum. But if you don't have a good mentality, you're going to be stuck in gold. I think that's one thing that a lot of people don't understand. But, like, and then on the other side, if you have a great mentality, but, like if you have a great mentality and, like, you don't have, for instance, if you, like, take me for instance, I have a great mentality kind of when it comes to playing Rainbow Six Siege. I know that I'm not going to win every round. And I have a pretty busted controller. I have stick drift on one of my sides of my joysticks. I have to take my freaking battery pack on, yeah, my battery pack on the back of my normal Xbox controller. I have a freaking normal Xbox controller. And like, like, it's just one of those things of how it's your mentality goes a long way with playing ranked. And I think that's one thing that a lot of people don't know, is because they get on and they're like, I'm going to do garbage, and then they go for they play four games, they lose 3, they win 1, and they don't feel good. And no one feels good when they lose. Don't get me wrong, no one feels good when they lose. But overall, that's ranked. And I just wanted to just make a video on me getting gold 3. What things that you should, how do I say it? Like, I wanted to make this video to help you guys who are struggling this season with ranked, and I just overall want to, in a sense, I just wanted to make a video on my gold 3 because I'm really proud of myself. Like I wish I could show you guys my history, but there was actually a moment of where I dropped down to bronze 1. Bronze 1. I dropped down to bronze 1. And then I came back all the way up here. And I think the biggest takeaway of this is have patience, have a good mentality, and just play smart. That's all you really need to do for ranked. So thank you guys for watching. And this season has been whack already. If you guys don't have a rank, or if you guys don't have a rank that you're glad with, don't worry about. This season is already whack, dude. It's so whack. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next Rainbow Six video. And I'll be streaming actually very soon, Avengers, because apparently there's a lot of things that I missed out on. So watch out for more Avengers streams soon. So thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day, and stay safe. This has been my Gold 3 video, and what you need to do for ranked. Have a good day.